the UK's blessing and its curse is that it is big enough that scale matters. It's still the roughly sixth biggest economy in the world. For lots of things, it's the third or fourth biggest economy. It is big. If you have a system that doesn't scale, in a lot of instances, you'll break. But it's not quite a, the flip side of it is obviously it's only, whatever it is, 5% of the world economy. And so in that respect, so it's too big to be in Israel or somewhere where nobody thinks you can build necessarily a scale business in such a small country, and so everybody immediately looks overseas. And then you can build very successful businesses in the UK because it is such a big economy. But in my general experience, scale really, really matters. And the thing that distinguished why our tech platform at LoveFilm was the winning tech platform out of 20 different players, the thing that's enabled Zoopla to so effectively compete from a standing start against many established players, the thing that's helping Graze offer a great product for £3.50 price points and still make a profit. The secret to all those things is scale and really understanding scale. So I feel, I'm not saying we'd be up there with some of the colleagues of Google or stuff, but I think we certainly agonise about scale in a way which non-tech businesses can't imagine. And you've probably heard me mention scale several times tonight. Yeah, because it's a really important concept. So don't get me wrong when I say focus on just the UK. It's a tiny market and you won't need to worry about scale. I'm not saying you don't need to worry about scale. It's a big market, and you do need to get scale right to make a technology business succeed.
Yeah, I agree. At the end of the day, there are very few. It's very hard to create a big company out of one kind of geography in the tech space. So most of the investments that we make are thinking about global propositions. How they get global is another kind of question. But I think to William's point, I think the difference between, say, European and US is that Europeans think about internationalization from day one because they know that very quickly they're going to have to move outside of their domestic market. So, we've things like phone numbers. The North American picture is that North American business can get to scale just by serving their domestic market, which kind of gives them a very US-centric view of the world. So you will see a US proposition launch and they have 10-digit phone numbers. And as soon as they get to Europe, oh my goodness, the phone numbering system is different. Just really simple things. We've got another business that kind of does it does kind of lead to cash for a small medium business. So you think of it as a bit of CRM, Salesforce, a bit of ERP, SAP, and a bit of finance, Sage. William's point earlier about every country has its own accounting rules. These guys, they compete with NetSuite. NetSuite have focused on the North American market and they've welded their accounting systems to the North American accounting standards. We've kind of had to think of global from day one. So we've had to think of how do we meet international accounting standards in every single market that we're going to go to at scale. So how much of this can be platform and how much of this can be localization. So we do look for global scale. The question about do you prove it in one geography before you roll it out is a different one.
Different question, yeah.